So finally the last Third Sea. I will show you, my little fellas, how to get the most powerful swords in the game, fast and easy, if you'll watch this video till the end. Twin hooks. If you love hooks, you can get even 2 of them here. All you have to do is go to the mansion and find near the wall the Captain Elephant boss and kill him, and you'll drop those swords with a random chance. Sky Cyclone. Ranged AoE attack that creates a cyclone, dealing damage and dragging enemies downward, slightly lifts grounded enemies. Prehistoric Pond. Ranged AoE attack with auto-aim, breaking instinct, pulling the user toward the target and knocking enemies into the air. The sword is easy to obtain and decent for grinding, but low power compared to other Third Sea swords, and it requires high mastery requirements for an uncommon sword. The next sword which you can get is called Body Sword. Drops from the Cake Queen at the Sea of Treats. You'll find her inside the ice cream scoop on the ice cream island, obviously. But be careful, she's pretty tough and can kick your ass out of that ice cream pretty easily. Heat Slash launches a flaming slash that traps enemies in a burning explosion, dealing damage over time. Lightning Wave fires a fast lightning beam that knocks back enemies, deals more damage at range and breaks instant. The sword is decent, high damage output and fast moves, making it hard to dodge. And one secret thing is passive healing while holding the sword, but if it comes to PvP, it's hard to combo with due to knockback. Alright, moving on. Canvander. To get it, you have to defeat Beautiful Pirate. You'll find him on a Toral Island, just go that way until you find a wooden fence. Go inside the main and fight him. He is so strong and he has a second form, so you have to kill him twice. If you are not using Buddha, you have to sweat a little bit because he can deal a lot of damage and has glitchy moves, so be careful. If you can handle him, you get a sword, with the random chains of course. Don't forget that we're playing Blox Fruits. Piercing Dash. Dashes forward, rapidly slashing enemies and scattering purple white flowers petals. Scattering Gust dashes forward, launching 5 air slashes. On hit, the screen tints purple for a second. Breaks instant. The main advantage of that sword is its mobility and easy aiming. And most importantly, it has no major drawbacks, so I can recommend this sword for PvP lovers. So now you can forget about easy sword obtaining, because from now on you have to suffer to get every next sword I will talk about, but I will show you how to get them faster and easier as possible. So the next sword in our list is Dark Dagger. Pretty good sword for PvP, but extremely hard to obtain, especially if you're not lucky. So you can drop this sword with a 5% chance from Rip Indra bows. Sounds easy if you didn't know, but the truth is it's not that easy at all, because of his summoning process. First you have to find a Guts Chalice, which can be randomly dropped from elite pirates. Just every 10 minutes go to that NPC in the castle in the sea and get a quest to those pirates. He will tell you on which island you can find them. And repeat it until you've got a chalice. Or if you play on the server more than 4 hours, check chests. You have probably find it. Next, get 3 aura colors or find people with them. Winter Sky, Pure Red and Snow White. Next, press 3 buttons on the castle in the sea representing those auras, and then you can put the chalice inside Indra's castle. So as you understand, with the 5% drop rate, you have to do that a lot of times. Okay, let's break down sword skills. Proficient Impale, creating a green electric shock on impact, breaks instant. Shaming Slash, fires a glowing dagger, on hit teleports behind the target and slashes them. The sword is great for combos, very low cooldown on M1 attacks and effective against runners. But it's a short range weapon, so you have to keep the enemy close to you. So in pair with Rabbit, no one can escape from you. Alright, it's time for the sword which had been added recently, Dragonheart. To get it, you have to fully complete the Dragon Dojo. Not fully actually, but it feels like that. So what to do? I will make it short, so if you need more details, watch my video about all races in Blox Fruits. I've explained everything there. So in short, you have to get Dragon Breath Fighting Style in Second Sea here, mastery to 400, then go to the Third Sea, get a Fire Essence from Gacha in the Haunted Castle. Next go to Hydra Island and find Uzod near Dragon Dojo and buy the Dragon Talent Fighting Style. Next, mastery to 500 and you'll unlock Dojo quests. Complete all belts quests 3 in 12 hours. White belt, defeat 20 NPCs within 100 levels of your own. Yellow belt, defeat 5 sea entities. Orange belt, successfully trade with another player. Green belt, travel to sea dungeon level 4 to 6 and stay for 3 to 5 minutes. Blue belt, pick up a fruit dropped by another player and return it. Purple belt, Kill 3 elite pirates. Red belt. Defeat a Terror Shark or Rumbling Water Sea event. Black belt. Complete the Prehistoric Island event and collect 3 dinosaur bones. After that, gain an ability to pick up eggs in Pre-Island and go to the island and get an egg. You need only one, so it should be fast, if I can say that, considering what have you done already. Also, don't forget to get 6 bones on that island too. So go to the crafter NPC inside the dojo and get some embers from him. You'll need 15. And finally, you can craft the sword. Write down in the comments how much time did you spend on that. Okay, let's see what this sword can do. Draconic Blitz launches forward with a burning dragon, carrying and damaging enemies. Infernal Catastrophe launches a massive fireball, causing a fire explosion and shockwave. The sword has a high damage, good mobility and strong combo potential, and visuals are sick, but requires crafting materials, which you know how hard to get, and high master requirements for X move. But you don't afraid of grinding master anymore, right? Okay, let's go next. Foxy Lamp. How to get it? Obtain from Kitsune Shrine by offering 15 Azure Embers during a blue moon. But I remind you that you're playing Blox Fruits and don't expect for 100% drop chance. So where to find this shrine? Simple. In the sea. There is a life hack which I don't know if it works or not, maybe it has been fixed. Well, anyway, do that thing. Wait for a full moon. Before it starts, sail to the border between sea level 5 and 6. When it starts, cross the border and it should spawn immediately. If it's not spawned, sail at that level during full moon and pray not to spend a whole day on that. When it's spawned, head there and start the quest. We have to catch embers. Equip a pilot helmet and magma fruit as ideal case, but you can use whatever you want. Once you've got 15 and it's still time, head to the shrine, exchange them and keep farming blazes again. They will save on the next try if so. So if you're lucky and got this sword, what can you get with it? Scorching Azure releases blue embers that slash enemies and cause an explosion, launching the user into the air. Holding the move changes visuals. Infernal Firestorm. Tapping, dash it forward and fires a blue flame beam, pushing enemies back, and holding fires a massive beam, then dashes through the enemy for a final slash. The sword is great for combos. I've seen a lot of combo videos with it. Fast in 1 speed and high damage. What else do you need? The only problem is randomized obtainment, which can be time consuming, and you have a homework to do, by the way. Do not leave the sea. You have another thing to get here. Shark Anchor. It drops from anchored terror shark in the sea, but you need a master magnet to spawn it. How to craft it? So obviously you need materials from the sea. 2 terror eyes, meaning you have to defeat a few terror sharks, 8 electric wings from those annoying electric things, 20 fool's god which drop from ships, and 10 shark teeth. After that, head to the tiki, find a place with a man who can craft that. Now all you have to do is sail to the sea with that magnet and wait till the anchored terror sharks will spawn. Defeat it, and with a random chance you'll get the anchor. Not so hard, but time consuming as always. Okay, skills. Typhoon Toes launches a water shark that creates a tornado on impact. Holding increases size, breaks instant. Armor Breaker, uppercut slam that deals extra damage to large targets and reduces armor, breaks instant. The sword has high combo potential, excellent for PvP, and as bonus, all moves can hit sea beasts, but it requires monster magnet and grinding in a high sea danger level, which may be a problem. Okay, it's time to taste one of the most useful PvP weapon which players use the most, Spikey Trident. You can drop it from Cake Prince or Dough King, but Cake Prince is better because he is easier to spawn. But Dough King has a higher chance, but it's not worth it. So all you have to do is go to the Sea of Treats, find the Cake Island or something and speak to Drip Mama. She or he will ask you to kill 500 NPC on that island. Not so fast, but at least you have to do only that to spawn the prince. Once you did it, speak to Drip Mama again and the portal will open. Behind the house. Go there and kill the prince. It's better to gather a team because he is tough. The sword has 10% drop chance, so maybe you'll need a few tries. Let's see why is it so popular among PvP lovers. Dough Hurricane dashes forward, drilling dough into the enemies, stunning and knocking them back. Flying Trident Pole shoots dough to pull the user to a surface, all pull enemies to you. The sword is really good for PvP and combos and also has a decent range, which can be pretty helpful. helpful. The only problem is low drop rate from Cake Prince, but if you have friend to help, farming Cake Prince will be much easier. So it's time to get Tushita's sword, probably one of the best sword in the game, but the obtaining is hard, so watch closely. First you need to be level 2000. Next, summon Ripindra using a God's Chalice and ensure he is alive. You already know how to do that. Go to Hydra Island and enter the secret temple behind the waterfall. Break the stone door with a move of your fighting style or sword or whatever you're using. Inside, defeat the ghost, then go through the revealed passage on the top. If Ripindra is alive, the Black Fog Gate will allow entry. You'll be teleporting to a floating turtle with a holy torch and a 5-minute timer. Light up 5 torches in this order. Under an archway near the puzzle starting point, behind a tree on a broken bridge arc, on the top pineapple house, on a shipwreck near mythological pirates, on a house near the forest pirates, close to mansion. Once all torches are lit, a door near fisherman captains opens, leading to Lonma's hideout. Defeat Lonma and you'll get to with a 100% chance. Here's some tips to make it simple for you. Use Portal Fruit or set mansion as home for fast movement. Memorize torch location before started. Do it on private server, and if Ripindra dies before you finish, the fog will clear, making torches easier to see. So what about skills? Heavenly Lunges. Repeated stabs that stun, ending with a stronger knockback stab. Holding increases duration. Celestial Ravager. Dashes and slashes rapidly, leaving on X mark, can change direction mid-move. The sword has a great combo potential and high damage with fast attacks, but you need to solve puzzle to obtain it, which can be hard if you don't have people to help you. The next sword is Yama. To get it, you have to complete 30 Elite Pirate quests. How to do that I've already explained, but if you lost your count, you can check the progress right at the NPC. But keep in mind that you can do 1 quest per 10 minutes, so it's better to server hop, or use a private server and make alarms for every 10 minutes. Once you did that, head behind the waterfall on Hydra Island, you remember this place from previous puzzle, and just pull the sword out. Easy. Hellish Slash. Spins forward, slashing and knocking back enemies. Landing both hits deals more damage. Infernal Hurricane. Dashes forward, unleashing rapid slashes in quick succession. The sword is good for traveling and has short cooldowns, but the downside that you need to grind some time in order to get it. Now we're gonna be getting the best sword in the game, Curse Dual Katana. To do that you have to solve a super hard puzzle, so prepare your butt for that. First you need to be level 2200 and have 350 mastery on Yama and Tushita swords. Next, go and talk to the Crypt Master, which can be found behind the mansion, right here. Enter the puzzle room on the other side of that tower and interact with 2 scrolls, Yama and Tushita. Each scroll requires 3 trials to complete, so let's break down every of them. We'll start from Yama trials. Pain and Suffering. Take from 8000 to 10,000 damage from enemies or players while holding Yama. It may not work on the first try, so keep taking damage until the task is completed. Haze of Misery. Your screen will fog up, like Mirage Island or when Ripindra spawns. Purple marks will appear on specific NPCs across different islands. You must kill all marked NPCs before moving to the next island. Ghosts may also need to be killed inside the Yama room, so keep that in mind. And some tips to make it easier. Portal Fruit helps with mobility, or ask a friend to guide you to the right islands. Check every NPC on the island, as some may not be marked initially. Do not disconnect or leave the game. Progress will reset and you have to start over again. Fear the Reaper. Use a Hallow Essence to summon the Soul Reaper boss. You can get it from Gacha NPC in a haunted castle at the graveyard. When you got it, place it here and go to the Soul Reaper room. Let Soul Reaper kill you while holding Yama, but before that, damage him a bit to get the reward when your friend will kill him. When you'll die, you'll be teleported to the Hell Dimension. In the Hell Dimension, you have to light up 3 torches, defeat all NPCs that spawn, fight Hell's Messenger, he uses Dark V2, and after that, enter the door that opens to return. After completing the trial, the scroll will burn when you interact with it. The next scroll is Tushita scroll. It also has 3 trials, so what should you do? Doc's Legend. Visit 3 different boat dealers or luxury boat dealers on 3 different islands. Select Pardon Me on the last page of both options. Recommended islands are Floating Turtle, Hydra Island and Castle on the Sea. Use speed accessories like Pilot Helmet to run faster and Portal Fruit to travel faster. Sense of Duty. Kill 1 NPC from a pirate raid at the Castle on the Sea to get the Alucard fragment. You can get a quest and wait, or wait for the event and start the quest before it. You won't receive the Alucard fragment until the raid ends, so don't panic. Soulless. Fight Cake Queen, which can be found at the Ice Cream Island inside the scoop of ice cream. I've already told that. A 2-minute song plays when you hit her. You must kill her before it ends. After defeating Cake Queen, you'll be teleported to the Heaven Dimension. In Heaven Dimension, you'll do the same things like in Hell Dimension. That's it. After you've burned the last scroll, you have to interact with the pedestal and will spawn a skeleton boss, which can be killed only by Yama or Tushita. After defeating the boss, wait a few minutes and you'll get a sword. Let's break down every skill of that sword. Revolving Ravager creates a red-black tornado that stuns, pulls in enemies and explodes. Holding increases damage. Slayer of Goliath dashes forward, slashing enemies in an X pattern. Holding increases range and damage. Breaks instant. This is one of the strongest swords in the game, which I strongly recommend to get. Will be great for PvP and grinding, but it requires a long process to obtain, so you'll spend a few days to get it. And finally, the last sword, Hallow Scythe, which you can get as drop from Soul Reaper boss with a 5% chance. How to spawn him you already know, so let's only check the skills. Death Cyclone releases an orange-black tornado that knocks back enemies and deals multi-hit damage. Soul Execution dashes, grabs enemies and slams them down. Deals more damage if the target is below 50% HP. Breaks instant. The sword has no M1 dash, making it great for grinding. High mobility. The X skill is similar to Z Got Human move, which is good for traveling. The main problem is low drop rate from both the Hallow Essence and the swords itself, so you can spend a lot of time on that. As always, here's the tier list to help you understand which sword in Third Sea is suitable for you, but don't forget to write down in the comments which sword you're using the most.